Would you date a transgender woman?
Would I date a transgender woman?
So biological man, XY chromosomes. Again, I hope I've got that right.
No.
Why not?
I am an African, so...
I'm a lesbian.
They, she.
They, he, non-binary, trans masc.
Bisexual. I'm just trans. I'm a gay male pup. Yeah.
Gay male pup?
Yeah.
Transgender, he, him.
I'm cis, she, her.
Probably non-binary, yeah, would be the best.
What about you? Bi?
A lesbian. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
I like frogs, not people. I'm sorry? I like frogs, not people.
I've always said it in all my other videos, but these people always have a certain look about themselves. They either have the rainbow colored hair, they're overweight or malnourished, or they have just all this weird attire and just do this type of behavior. They always have a certain look. And people will say, we don't judge me, but every human being judges, and I am judging.
Gender roles and stuff like that, boys are just supposed to be strong, or that's just a thing that happens. They work out at the gym. Girls certainly can work out too if they want, but again, it's more common for boys.
Who's one to say what gender, depends, who's stronger? It doesn't matter what gender you are, it matters who you are. It doesn't matter what you were born, it matters what you want to be.
I think getting rid of these preconceived notions that boys go to gyms, girls stay at home. One of my best friends is a girl, and she's stronger than half the guys I know.
How many biological males are housed in female prisons under BOP?
Senator, I don't have those numbers in front of me today.
Why don't you?
We could look at them and get back to you.
Why don't you?
I just don't have them top of
Did you know you were going to be asked that today?
No, Senator.
Oh, you didn't? Have you been asked that before?
On the record, Senator?
Yes.
I don't recall.
You were asked a year ago in writing, and you failed to answer it in writing. You knew damn well you're going to be asked it today, but you don't want to answer it. Senator Lee asked, why don't you report the numbers? You don't report the numbers because you don't want people to know the numbers. So the fact that you sit there and say, I don't know, he said 1,300. Is that number in the ballpark?
No, that would be a much larger number.
Which is a larger number?
So the number of individuals who even identify as transgender at the Federal Bureau of Prisons is around 1,700. And the number of individuals that are housed in institutions not conforming with their biological sex are very low.
Are we talking 100? Are we talking 10?
We will look at the numbers. We're talking less than 10.
Hello. I'm here to speak on behalf of our younger children and their academics. This book, It Feels Good to Be Yourself, which has an oxymoronic title based on its content, can be found in 26 elementary schools. It is geared towards K-2, and as Macmillan Publisher says, it basically is geared toward ages 4 through 8. It introduces 4 different characters with different gender identities. It makes it seem as if gender is an imaginary concept that can be changed on a whim, when the truth is gender is factual. You're either a boy or a girl. And gender identity, what you see yourself as, that's imaginary.
What the crazy thing is, years ago, this wasn't going around and kids weren't confused on what gender they were. It's funny how now they have to put these books into schools to teach them their gender when that's something that they grow to learn and understand, that there's only 2 genders. Now what they're doing is pushing all these books into the public schools, and I would say what they are doing is really influencing them to believe in this gender nonsense that's going on.
Well, let me read you a couple of things. First character is Ruthie. She's a transgender girl. That means when she was born, everyone thought she was a boy until she grew a little older, old enough to tell everyone that she's actually a girl. Then there's her brother Xavier. Xavier is a cisgender boy. Which 4 through 8-year-old knows what cisgender means? Can they spell cisgender? That means when Xavier was born, everyone thought he was a boy, and as he grew older, it turned out everyone was right. He was a boy. Then there's Alex, the friend. Alex is both a boy and a girl. Then there's JJ. JJ is neither a boy nor a girl. Ever since JJ was very little, they never felt exactly like a boy or girl. They just felt like themselves.
These grown adults can't even define what a boy or a girl is, but yet they want to teach kids what a boy and a girl is, and they want to tell kids that they can also be both a boy and a girl, which does not make any sense. But if you were to ask these people what is a woman or what is a boy or what is a girl, the confused look on their faces is what shows up. But they're trying to teach kids all of this nonsense, which is absolutely insane.
This is JJ's gender identity. Some kids feel like girls. Some kids feel like boys. Some kids feel like a little bit of both. Part boy, part girl. Reminds me of that old commercial. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Is that okay? Some kids don't feel exactly like a boy or a girl. They feel like neither. Some kids feel that their gender identity isn't always the same. It's often changing. So now are we endorsing schizophrenia? What are we doing? Whether you feel like a boy or a girl or neither, if you describe yourself another way, that is your gender identity. When does this foolishness stop? When you shroud lunacy, insanity, or fallacy in colorful words and pictures to be read to young children, you have created an unsafe environment, since we're talking about safe environment, right? Where does it stop? At this tender age, our children should be learning their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Who authorized this? Who told you that you are God? Who gave you permission to tell our children who they are and who they're supposed to be? This is intentional and evil at its core. Get back to what you were elected to do and formally educate our children, not indoctrinate them with left-wing ideologies under the guise of providing a safe and welcoming space. Hear us clearly. We will not surrender our children. Leave our children alone.
And that's that. She said what she said, and what she said was absolutely correct. The crazy thing is the confusion that kids will start gaining from reading these types of books and the questions they would start asking. They would ask them what it means to be a boy or what does it mean to be a girl, because these people are putting forth that you can be a boy and a girl, which gives a connotation that they are two different things. So then another question that would arise would be, what is a boy or what is a girl, or what does it mean to be a boy or what does it mean to be a girl? And what are the answers they're going to give to these kids? A boy is what? Because a lot of times when these questions are asked, as I've said, they don't even have the answer. A boy is someone who identifies as a boy. Circular reasoning and a circular answer is what it is. And these people are confused, and of course they'll continue to push it onto the kids because they are the future of the next generation and they're going to be the ones to shape society as we know it. Here they are teaching kids about gender ideology and all of this nonsense, yet they should be teaching them things about how to get more money, how to build a future for yourself, talk about taxes, talk about all these other sorts of things, how to get a house, how to get a job. But here they are focused on gender and how you can change your gender and focus on other rubbish that they're teaching in the schools nowadays. But anyway, that was another video, another reaction. As I usually say, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video as much as possible, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at YinkaThatGuy, and I am out.